Hi guys, doing and welcome to another Arc Garage video. Today I'm gonna be doing a buyer's guide for Alfa Romeo GT. I'm gonna start with the outside. There isn't much to go wrong here, but one of the trouble spots are these door handles. The inner hinge can break, but I got a good video on how to prevent that and how to fix it, and I'm gonna post it in the description below. I'm gonna move on to one of the most critical areas on any GT, and those are the sills. Because of the improper jacking, these can get easily damaged and water can seep through, making them rust, so make sure that you inspect these well. Another critical area you must check out are the rear shocks. They tend to rust through as well, and you gotta be careful with that because they can cause a serious accident. Moving on, you gotta check out the headlights for sun damage and also for the condensation. That goes for the indicators below as well. Another trouble spot on any Alpha are these badges. Due to their complexity, they tend to fade, but that's an easy fix. Also check out all of the panels and the gaps. The uneven gaps can be the result of the accident. Make sure that your fuel flap works as well as the trunk. Another very common issue on any GT are these windows. Check out that they are closed all the way, and when you open the door that they go down maybe like half a centimeter or centimeter, something like that. Also make sure when you close the door that they go up. Moving on to the inside, take the key, put it into the ignition and put it in the on position. Make sure that all of the warning lights work, and when you start up the car that all of them go out. Also check out the mileage for flashing. That could be indication that the car needs a proxy alignment. Again, make sure that all of the windows work, that your rear view mirrors work, and all of the other electronic components. One of the common issues are these displays on the aircon. They tend to fail. As you can see, these work properly. While you are here, also check the AC if it blows cold. While you are checking out the interior, make sure that you check out the seats. Make sure that they fold and move forward. The cables can snap and they are kind of pain to fix. Also check out the stitching on the seats. These seats had stitching undone, and I had to take them to a professional for a fix. Now, one of the most important things you can do is hook up the car to a diagnostic tool. You can use a cheap one like this, or in this case I'm gonna use a multi-ECU scan paired with the M cable. I'm gonna start it up. First I'm gonna make sure that there are no codes. As you can see, no codes are present. Now I'm gonna check out the mileage. I'm gonna hit the odometer, and the odometer right here actually shows a bit less kilometers than on the dash, which is quite normal. I'm also gonna check out the number of programmings and the odometer at last programming. These information right here tell me that nobody altered the kilometers on this car. Now I'm gonna start up the car again, and I'm gonna go through all of the gears and make sure that the transition is good. Also make sure when you let off the clutch and when you press it that there are no weird noises. Now I'm gonna put it in gear, and I'm gonna let off the clutch. I'm gonna make sure that the clutch separates somewhere in the middle. If it's too low or too high, that could be indication of some kind of issue. I've put the car on the lift, and we're gonna check it out underneath. Make sure that you check out the silencer first. This one is still in pretty good condition. As I said in the beginning of the video, you gotta check out the rear shocks. As you can see, these are a little bit rusted, but nothing too major yet. Check out these bushings as well, because they can fail. But again, one of the most important things is the corrosion. Check out the overall shape of the metal, but again, as I said before, the most critical spots are the sills. This car right here had crushed sills, and that was one of the first things that I fixed on it. Go all the way to the front and make sure that there are no rust spots. Again, due to the improper jacking, the damage can occur in the front as well, and it could create some major rust spots. These cars have a sensitive suspension. I did a detailed video on how to inspect it, and I'm gonna put the link in the description below. Also, check out the power steering hoses. I've seen a lot of them leaking, so that's definitely one of the spots you need to check out. You also need to check out the subframe. It's one of the important things to inspect. It tends to rust out. As you can see, this one is starting to go out a little bit, but it's gonna be good as long as it's protected in time. Lastly, we're gonna check out the engines. As you can see, this GT right here has a twin spark in it. Now, in my opinion, it is one of the most reliable options as long as it's maintained properly. However, it's also one of the slowest versions of the GT. One common issue on these twin spark engines is the phase variator. It's gonna manifest itself through the diesely sound on startup. When it goes out all the way, it's gonna make your engine sound like a diesel. Also, check out the exhaust protector. If you see oil on it, that could be indication that the valve cover gasket needs replacing. That's an easy fix, and it's gonna cost you maybe like 20 euros to do it yourself. When it comes to the diesel options, they are bulletproof engines. However, they do tend to have some issues as they get older. Some of those issues can include problems with the swirl flaps, EGR, DPF, turbo, or even a dual mass flywheel. Now, the most desirable option would of course be the 3.2 Busso engine. They are pretty much bulletproof. The only issue with them that I could think of would be the problem with the head gasket. However, you can easily check for that, and I'm gonna put the link in the description below on how to check the engine before buying a car, whether it's petrol or diesel. Lastly, we got 2.0 JTS engines, which are directly injected. They are quite reliable as long as they are maintained properly. However, due to the nature itself of the directly injected engines, they can have some issues like problems with the dirty intake valves and things like that. In the end, check the car's service book and any of the stickers under the hood. Make sure that all of these services have been done and that the timing belt has been changed on time. Also, talk to the owner about any of the potential issues and if he's dealt with the things like EGR, swirl flaps, and other. Lastly, take the car for a spin, accelerate a little bit harder, make sure that the car pulls good, brake a bit harder as well, and make sure that the brakes are good. Also, take the car over some uneven terrain and make sure that there are no knocks and other unusual noises. Check out the links in the description. All of those videos combined with this one can help you greatly, and they can save you a lot of money. That would be all for this video. If you liked it, hit the like button and support our channel by subscribing and by sharing our content with the rest of Alfa.